Compliments. Who doesn't like compliments? We all seek them, fetch them. It's in fact good to shower it on people as well. Shower compliments. Everyone enjoys receiving a good compliment. So basically, today's exercise is going to be about learning different ways of complimenting people, or for that matter, different words for praises or compliments. So I think we should get straight into it and understand how we can use this word more effectively and switch from this basic word compliment that we are often using. Extol, a very different word actually. In fact, you must not have heard this very often. So the very first word that we are going to learn today for replacing the word compliment in our speech is extol. It's literally like singing the praises of someone. So, for instance, if you spend your summer vacations at your grandmother's place and you're back home, you're possibly extolling your experience back at home, indicating what a fun place it was, considering she showered you with a lot of warmth, affection, and love, and yes, food. So, basically, extol is a verb and it is a good replacement for compliment. It means singing the praises of someone. Often we have heard the word applause. Applause means to clap for someone. A derived word from this is a verb laud. I lauded the efforts of my team when we crossed 50K followers, basically. Okay, so essentially, I'm trying to say I complimented them for their efforts or I appreciated them for their efforts. Or for that matter, you can say that, we basically laud when something is good, when something is worth appreciating, possibly a performance. So the audience lauded the performance for its brilliance. So the verb laud is a very good way to say you're appreciating or you're complimenting something that is brilliant. They say imitation is the best form of flattery. I would say flatter someone or to flatter someone is basically not a very positive word for compliment, simply because you're trying to fake it. You're actually buttering them up, okay, by saying things which you don't really mean, and it's only to possibly seek some favors. Yet, I certainly agree with the statement that imitation is the best form of flattery. It's a good ego massage when you know possibly somebody else is imitating you because you're worth that and you're definitely the original, so nothing to worry about. But flatter, if we come back to the word flatter, flatter is a compliment, okay, or something that you're giving to someone. But this is possibly one of the only words in my list which is not a very positive word for compliment. So use it wisely. Pay homage to. Basically, this is a way of complimenting someone or praising someone on a public platform. You are using some actions, words, or expressions to recognize them, to honor them for what they have done. And nowadays, we have several platforms where we can actually showcase to the world, what we feel about people. So I'm reminded of an instance where Mr. Rakesh Junjanwala, the ace trader, upon his demise, his sad demise, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, had acknowledged his contribution to our nation, and he had mentioned or he had paid a homage to him by tweeting for him and by expressing his grief and sorrow on his demise. One of the expressions I remember from the homage was, he has left an indelible mark in our minds, which means something that we cannot forget or erase. Okay, so paying homage to means recognizing someone on a public platform for their efforts or their contribution. That's commendable, a phrase we have often seen people using. But using the word commend as a verb is also possible, and it means to compliment or appreciate someone. So let's take the example in the professional world. So I commended my team for their brilliant delivery of the task assigned. I used it in the past tense, okay? Or you can use it even in the future tense because it's a verb. So you can say that put in all your efforts on this one, and I will certainly commend you if the outcome is in our favor. So will certainly appreciate or recognize. Okay. So commend, use it as a verb is what I would recommend through this. So there is a phrase, pat on the back. Pat on the back is a word for compliment. Okay. So just as a fleeting phrase, I would like to introduce this word, but I will relate it to another interesting word called plaudits. Plaudits means praise or compliments. You can use it in the singular form as plaudit as well. Okay. So you need a verb to use this word because it's a noun. So, for instance, I can say when the child scored brilliantly in his grade 10 board exams, he received a lot of plaudits, okay, or a lot of recognition or compliments. So, some of the words in this exercise, as you can see, have not been often used by us, okay, simply because we end up using the same vocabulary whenever we try to say a particular thought or we try to articulate a particular sentiment. So I would encourage you to work with this range of words when it comes to using, a particular thought or a particular emotion or expression. So here today, what we brought to you was a range of words for compliments. And I'm sure you will compliment our effort, or I can say, I'm sure you will laud our effort. What I will definitely commend or laud, or for that matter, give you a pat on the back for, if you go ahead and try all these words in our comment section, okay, because that certainly will help you, apply it practically and absorb the word fully. Because without application, only absorbing or learning the word is not really going to be effective. So go ahead and try out the sentences. Happy learning at English Excellence with Chhaya.